And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Now we get a chance to check out the seeding out east. 4 games left on the schedule here. Taking a look at the Bruins. Winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot. And, of course, Atlanta tied right now.
And, you know, right now for Atlanta, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out. They're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team. In this league. No way.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rudy Gobert is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's McCollum. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 slot. And for Atlanta, Bogdanovic is out there with Young. Then it's John Collins. Then it's Okongwu. And it's Hunter in at the 3. 6 to shoot. And LeBron proves it down hard.
For a guy LeBron's size to shift direction like that off the bounce, unreal, man, unreal.
Hunter on the wing. He takes it in. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And midway through the season, some players going above and beyond. Terrific performances. So, Steve, is the contract year boost a myth or is it a real thing?
Kevin. It's a very real thing. A lot of players play much harder in a contract year.
In the league's history.
One thing that I've
Welcome to a special edition of Sunday Night Basketball here on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson. We'll be hearing from Allie LaForce from the... Let's take a look at the seeding for the Eastern Conference, with only 4 games of the regular season remaining. The season is winding down. They sit 9th on the outside looking in currently.
Season 5's draft is on February 26th, which means it's the 5th anniversary.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. It's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. Chris Webber is joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. Chance to check out the seeding out east. 4 games left on the schedule here. Taking a look at Chicago. Right now they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds. And checking out Atlanta. They're tied right now.
Hey, guys, I think for the Bruins, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
So with George on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Damian Lillard out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's LeBron James. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 slot. And for Atlanta, Bogdan Bogdanovich is out there with Trae Young. Then there's DeAndre Hunter. Then it's Collins, and it's Okongwu in at the center. And James throws it down hard.
You love how fierce James is, a ferocious dunk artiste.
And here's Atlanta. 4-point game. Knocks it loose and stolen by LeBron. And there's the drive, and James throws it down hard.
Well, James isn't afraid of taking some risks, especially with how he dribbles the ball. Completely loses the defense that time.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And finished off by LeBron.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more. Painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Okongwu kicks to Bogdanovic. Young passes to Okongwu. Tipped away and stolen by Lillard. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And James throws it down hard.
That's just superb concentration despite getting hit. James is just excellent at scoring through contact.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Chicago.
They're setting the tone early with their defense, keeping the pressure on and taking chances. And they've got a bunch of steals to show for it.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And, Greg, when it comes to load management, why do we see more of it now than when you play?
Well, for me, the science of sport has evolved, and it's not just the athlete. It's the technology. And the science that goes into making a better athlete. That's why you're seeing load management. Far more acceptable. To the masses now, understanding that this is about the long game.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
Hunter with it. Last game out, he had 14. Back to Collins. Passes it to Bogdanovich. Just 5 on the clock. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by McCollum. Here's LeBron. And the dunk by James.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence, the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
And so it's Young. Who brings it up for the Bruins. Still without a basket in the game. Outside Collins. Kicks to Young. 6 on the shot clock. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. Still the Bruins ball.
The ball goes to Atlanta.
Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. LeBron James, second.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
And that's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
James against Collins. The drive. Oh!
James.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah. They've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
The Atlanta trails by 13. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who Had a chance to talk with head coach Nate McMillan.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Transition D is the name of the game tonight. He said facing this kind of speed is a challenge. You can't really prepare for it, not just in terms of getting back to protect the rim, but also matching up with their perimeter shooters. See if they can be successful. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. For Chicago, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. Free throw good, LeBron.
In many ways, he feels like he's playing his best ball right now when you talk about LeBron James.
Got a piece of it. Cullen passes to James. And James throws it down.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
They've decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Young dishes to Collins. Young looking around. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Well, an off guard by nature. Bogdanovich does have playmaking abilities.
And the pass to Lillard. Collins against James. Driving inside. And James throws it down hard.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right. Right now, it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Hunter, the pass to Young. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. LeBron leading the charge. And James throws it down hard.
And the way James dominates on the offensive end, making it look effortless tonight.
Here's Young, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And so it's Atlanta with it. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger. I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
And so Young will bring it up for the Bruins. LeBron James on the wing, defended by Young. And again, it's LeBron James. James has got 28 points for the game.
Really their own worst enemy right now with all these turnovers.
Doubled by McCollum. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
And that one's good by LeBron.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Timeout called, the Bruins.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach. Can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And taking a look at some of the stats here for Young. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged 25 points per, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds. And you look at his huge role in their offense, a major contributor as far as putting up points.
Well, he can score, he can facilitate, he can pretty much do anything. Anything you need on that end.
That's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Still the Bruins ball.
Bruins ball.
Clock at 6. Poked loose. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. And here's James outside. Hits the three-point bomb. LeBron's got 33.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
Young against Lillard. To the inside. Here's Collins. And the rejection by James.
James is just a sensational shot blocker. You better check your rear view mirror. He's relentless.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Here's Bogdanovich.
An area where McCollum must continue to work on. I mean, it helps whenever he's making an impact on defense.
Bogdanovich against LeBron. There's the drive. And LeBron throws it down hard.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the shot is good.
LeBron James.
LeBron's got 37.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now the Bruins with it. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And Lillard throws it down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how. Long they can make this last.
And Young kicks to Okongwu. Out to the wing. Young outside. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Greg, last season, we saw a lot of opinions about the play-in tournament, especially from players. Where did you fall on that thinking?
Well, I'm going to put on my fan hat right now, Kevin, and I thought it was exciting. I mean, seeing the stakes get raised for those teams that are right on the edge, I think it brings more interest for teams. But if I was still playing, I probably wouldn't like it if I had locked up the playoffs and still had to go play to earn a berth.
Pass to Hunter. Shot clock at 6. They get a hand on it. Stolen by McCollum. Here we go, one-on-one. From deep LeBron. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. Knocked loose and stolen by Lillard. James looking around. Another 3 for Chicago.
If they close this win out, I know who my MVP is. His offensive performance tonight has been unreal.
Young pass to Hunter. Young against Lillard. Young drives in. It's tipped, and the turnover again by Atlanta.
To Chicago.
Davis Bertans checks in for Hunter. Chicago with the ball. LeBron outside, going inside, and LeBron throws it down hard.
Man, you gotta love watching James sky for the slam. I mean, demonstrating how high he can get up off the drive.
Lillard against Young, and stolen by Lillard. And now James pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Another 3 for Chicago.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind. Behind the arc.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Nabbing another steal.
And you got to be careful around him.
You know, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
A sensational speed from James, a force of nature in the open court. Athleticism.
Here's Atlanta now. Young is double. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And it's DeRozan with the ball for Chicago. Here's James. Here he goes. And finished off by LeBron.
And if you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
Here's Atlanta. Young outside. Poked away. It's stolen by Gobert. And here comes the break. And a deep three from James. Another three for Chicago.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
LeBron's got the feeling here tonight. 5 for 5 shooting from three-point territory. Here's Herter. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him. He's going to get it.
Lillard, the pass to LeBron. Driving to the basket.
That's how LeBron likes to attack. So effective at scoring on the move.
The Bruins have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pass to Bertans. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Gobert. And again, Chicago running the court in transition. Again, what an avalanche. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Young passes to Reddish. 1:04 left to play here in the first. Here's Herter. And the rejection by James. And another one falls. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Passes it to Herter. Young against Lillard. Here's Herter. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
Here's Herter. 8 points his last outing. The pass to Young. Just 5 to shoot. Collins trying to break free. His second shot goes in, off to a good Good start, 2 for 2.
A sneaky scorer in the lane. Young will give you a steady diet of floaters and off-balance shots that defenders just miss getting a piece of.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock.
That is not possible. What we just is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And stolen by Lillard. Here we go. James heading to the hoop. Jacks up a 3. The shot, no good. And so it's Chicago, holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, and now they got to find a way to keep it going, keep growing that lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Chicago right now, DeRozan out there with LeBron James. And it's...
LeBron James.
That's just great persistence from James. Solid at fighting through contact on his way to the rack.
Here's Herter. Tipped away. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And, yep, another basket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Lillard against McConnell. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. And the turnover again by Atlanta.
The ball goes to Chicago.
Lillard finds James. Drives to the hoop, and another one. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bruins. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Collins against DeRozan. Looking to end the run, and he lays it up and in.
A big man who does a little bit of everything. Collins' team-first attitude shining through with that terrific pass.
Here's James. Hits it again. Wow.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition.
It's exciting to think about how much more John Collins might grow as a player. His shooting is obviously strong, but he's always working towards reaching that next level as a player.
The tray, and got it! Another basket!
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Pass to Bertens. Outside Collins. Back to Bertans. Pass to Herter. Doubled by McCollum. Shot clock at 5. Got a piece of it. And another steal for him. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease.
James, and James throws it down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. We've got Reddish. Bogdanovich is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Hunter in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Greg, when you think about areas where John Collins is sharpening his game, the defensive end of the floor jumps to mind.
Yeah, and Kevin, that defense is something he's working on, and he's already made big strides. I know he's ready to put in the work to reach his ultimate potential.
Fires for 3. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert. Great game for him, double-double now. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
And LeBron with a clear path to the hoop. From deep three-point range, Reddish grabs the rebound.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding. And looking for the best shot possible.
LeBron with the block. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Lillard with the ball. And a wide open. Reddish's shot is good.
And now... They're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Here's LeBron. Yet another bucket.
He is simply unconscious here tonight. Nobody can stop him right now.
GA, the points keep coming, and he's climbing up that scoring ladder. Third on the list, well in sight. Passes to Bogdanovich. Here's Okongwu. Defended by Gobert. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. Hits it from three-point range. Reddish has got 6 points in the quarter.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Hunter against James. Over Reddish. And it's Chicago scoring again.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Back to McConnell. Out left to the wing. Lets the 3 fly. And Reddish, the bucket on the assist by Okongwu.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
And James throws it down hard.
James is effective at getting near the basket. Always look to dunking it home.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it. And good. There's another.
And that puts him even for third on the single-game scoring list. Simply amazing.
I'm at a loss for words. Greg, his has been one of the greatest offensive games we'll ever see. Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Wennington, he's checked in for Cameron Reddish. And it's Seth Curry in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And Greg, you made your money on the defensive end. What was the toughest kind of player to defend? A one-on-one guy or a constant movement type of player?
I've always will say that it's harder to guard movement. You know, as a defender, you drill a lot about guarding the basketball. But when a guy is great without it, man, that is the hardest job you can have defensively.
LeBron against Hunter. The drive by LeBron. And LeBron throws it down hard.
What about the incredible ball control of James right there? A true point forward who handles the ball well.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Atlanta. The pass to Wennington. Hunter on the wing. No one near him. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
And James throws it down hard.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Atlanta's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Outside Curry. Pass to Hunter. Baseline J on the way. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
The Bruins have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Gobert with the block. To the paint. The kick out to LeBron. You know, Chris, no one wants to see play stop for a coach's challenge. But is that inconvenience outweighed by ensuring it was the right call?
It definitely is, Kevin. You know, we'd rather get the calls right than just be quick. Quality over quickness. So that's how I like to think. But, you know, definitely, you don't want those calls all the time. But, yeah, late in the game, you need it. Guys work too hard.
Curry can't get it to go. Chicago has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Hunter against LeBron. Puts it up from 17. Another one goes. Incredible.
And incredible. Never thought we'd see another player score this much.
I mean, it feels surreal, doesn't it? That score puts it. In time for the second most points in an NBA game. What a historic night.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Another bucket. Wow.
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands, Greg, alone for second place for points. What an unbelievable. Nabbing another steal.
He's making history, tied for third most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. And it's the Bruins with the ball. Down low, here's Winnington, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. For Atlanta, they've gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. 2 open that time, made it look too easy.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And this August, the Summer League was back in Las Vegas, Greg, and that's where you're from, that's where you played. How pleased are you to see your hometown become a mecca for the game in the offseason?
Oh, it is such a proud moment for me, born and raised here.
He swipes the ball away again.
Just a suffocating.
Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
Oh, man, the all-around game of James, capable of dominating you on both ends of the floor, like right there.
And here's Atlanta. And stolen by James. He got it again. Sensational. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And some changes here for the Bruins. Collins. Checked in for Okongwu. Bertanis comes in for Hunter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for T.J. McConnell.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Atlanta's shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
James against Bertans. LeBron outside, takes it inside, and the dunk by James.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definite.
And another steal for him.
And he has been an absolute thief on the floor. Another steal.
Greg, that swipe puts him tied for second all-time for most steals in a game. What a defensive effort from him. Now done. Nabbing another steal.
Fantastic swipe, and he now stands by himself for second most steals in a game.
Oh, he is so fast. Gets his hands on the ball in the blink of an eye. And, Greg, the steal numbers are unreal. And so Curry will bring it up for the Bruins. That's tipped. Collins dishes to Curry. Lillard comes with the double team. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. That one goes in.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
On the wing, James. He's guarded by Collins. Basket good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
And stolen by LeBron. Pass to Gobert. Floats it up for James. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, what a crazy connection right there. James knowing when to fly towards the rim. Amazing at completing these alley-oops.
Knocked away. Outside Curry. And you look at the pathway to the NBA for young players, Chris, opportunities now to go pro at 16, 17 years of age. The landscape is certainly changing, isn't it?
Well, the NBA said they're going to take an active role, making sure these teams get the best coaching, training, and learning. And overall, I see more promise than problems.
And again, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Chicago.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was.
For LeBron.
Well, he was the agitator, bothering everybody with his defense, coming up with steals. I mean, making sure they were never able to get comfortable as long as he was out on the floor.
1:03 left in the 4th. And here is Dunn. Passes it to Bertans. Beyond the arc. And the Bruins, another 3.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Good, he hits again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Collins. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Inside. Lillard, the pass to James. And James throws it down.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, this is as easy as it gets for Collins. Once he establishes position, the defense is toast.
James outside. Connects again.
I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. A new single-game scoring record.
Oh, history being made as we speak. Unbelievable. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Here were the Boston Celtics arriving earlier, the players with a look. And let's take a look now at some numbers for Jason. And let's go straight over to the sideline for a report before they tip off. Hey, Allie.
Jason Tatum.
All right, Allie, thanks. And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. The core of this team, Brown. Brown and Tatum. They're the forwards. Then there's Marcus Smart. Then there's Tristan Thompson. And it's Baisley in at the point guard position. And for Chicago, we've got LeBron. James. Damian Lillard out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's DeMar DeRozan, and it's Gobert in at the 5. And this time of year, Grant, the evolution of strength and conditioning programs really shows its value.
It really does. I mean, this is a great time to be an NBA player for so many reasons, including the ones that you mentioned.
Just fluidity that LeBron plays with, his ability to change direction on a drive so quickly, incredible.
Pass to Tatum. James with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Here's Smart. He just couldn't put it together in that loss to Indiana. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Tatum. And that'll be Boston's ball as it goes out of bounds. Celtics able to keep possession here. Here's Tatum.
still looking to get their offense in gear. 0 for 3 to start this game.
Tatum against James. Into the lane. And James throws it down.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
And we've got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
For the finish. And it's James with the jam.
It all happened in an instant. Turning defense into offense. I love it.
Well, just terrific anticipation to force the turnover and ignite the break.
And here's the fast break. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Got a piece of it. Here's Baisley. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. It's James with the drive. Hey, it's James slamming it down.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
And the Celtics call time here.
They're looking to make amends for their poor showing against this team last season.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. To the right side. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
The ball goes to Boston.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Chicago.
Some great drives to the bucket for them tonight.
Well, they've established their presence in the paint tonight also. And a lot of their scoring coming from down low so far.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
What's incredible to me is the first time Jason Tatum stepped between the lines as an NBA player, he had a willingness to take on the responsibility of being a go-to scorer, even in the tough moments.
4 on the clock. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now they are playing bully basketball.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. It's stolen by James. Driving in, and it's James with the jam.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Baisley. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. The drive by Tatum. And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball.
Boy, we have seen Jason Tatum improve each and every year. Not just his productivity, guys. He's so skilled. But it's the leadership. It's the maturity for his age. That's really striking.
Now here's Lillard. His last outing, he had 20. And he's going for the lob. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Just terrific communication between teammates. DeRozan times his leap to perfection, and the pass was perfect.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Doris, Tatum's acumen as a playmaker now is leadership by example.
Well, championships are won with unselfish play. His teammates have developed their games as well. This guy now trusts them and wants to make sure everybody's involved.
Knocked loose. For Chicago, they've gotten all 8 shots to go. They are red hot. James against Smart. And that one's good. James has got 16 points.
And guys, one thing that's triggered this run, their proficiency inside the three-point line.
Pass to Tatum. To halt the run. Here's Thompson. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
James against Tatum. James with the ball. Going inside. Ooh, LeBron with the slam.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Here's Baisley, trailing by 17. On against Gobert. 16 feet out. It's blocked by Gobert.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Here's Baisley. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Timeout called. The Celtics.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
The home team on D. Pass to Brown. Now Thompson. Clock at 6. Here's Tatum. James with the block.
He was tracking that shot the whole way. No chance LeBron was letting that get to the rim.
Ooh, LeBron with the slam.
Oh, at 6'8", it's easy to forget how good his handles are, but LeBron creates easy opportunities for himself.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
DeRozan passes to James. Lillard outside. Back to James. Oh, LeBron hammers it home.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Here's Baisley. Pass to Tatum. Banked it in off the glass.
Yeah, hopefully that settles him down after starting the game 0 for 6.
James, left side. Oh, and the jam by James.
I don't know how it's possible for a player to keep getting better with age, but as LeBron said, he's like fine wine, baby.
And here's Tatum. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
James against Tatum. It's James with the drive. Ooh, LeBron with the slam.
If LeBron gets speed at the rim, it takes a couple of steel walls to slow him down. And even then, he'll finish the job.
Tipped away. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Who poked away? Who was stolen by Lillard? In transition, here they come. He goes up, and James throws it down.
If you're going to step in front of LeBron James, we're going to question your sanity. Just a freak of nature.
And the Celtics shooting an Floats one up. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
James against Tatum. James goes in and slam dunk by James.
Earning his money on the interior tonight. That's a nice move.
When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A. Playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
It's Thompson, high post. Knocks it loose. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. Fast break, here we go. James with the ball, picked up by Tatum, and the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Williams is checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Baisley.
And LeBron makes that insane dribble move look so effortless. What a showman he is.
So it's Boston now. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
Yeah, it was a tough one to watch. There were some bright moments, but ultimately their mistakes caught up with them.
To be perfectly frank with you, I'm surprised it was as close as it was. I thought they were outclassed all night.
5 on the clock. And that one's good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
DeRozan outside. Tatum against James. Here he goes. Oh, and the jam by James.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Here's Pritchard. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Jumps up. Oh, and the jam by James.
Just fantastic defense by LeBron. You have to protect the ball or he's going to swipe it from you with his lightning quick hands.
The Celtics shooting just 38% so far in this one. Oh, they get a hand on it. Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it.
Ooh, LeBron with the slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now here's Brown. 32 points for him last game against Indiana.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Shot clock at 6.
2 minutes.
Uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, how about Jaylen Brown showing us his touch down low. Skilled at getting high percentage shots in the paint.
James attacking and slam dunk by James.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
The Celtics have got 6 of 14 in so far. Pass to Tatum. A minute 29 left in the first quarter. And Gobert with a block.
An intimidating force who continues to wipe away shots with ease. Go to work, Rudy Gobert.
Left side Tatum. Shot clock at 5. And they're on the break. For 3, James sinks it from distance. James has got 48.
Oh, flawless start for him here in the first quarter.
And so it's Boston with it. Pass to Williams. to the wing, right side. Outside Tatum. Tatum draws the double. 6 to shoot. And Pritchard, here we go. Misses off the left iron. Chicago has gone 2 for 2 from deep to start this one. Gobert finds James. There's the drive. Another one goes. Incredible.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. And the Celtics in possession here. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And here they come. Hits yet again. Wow.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now.
This guy is unguardable in the open floor. When LeBron gets into space, you might as well turn the lights out.
Tatum. Good. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Baisley. Back to Tatum. James with the ball. Now guarded by Brown. Rudy Gobert is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Damian Lillard. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. Drops in the 3.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Boston's gone 1 for 2 from outside the arc in this third quarter. And for Boston, the core of this team, Brown and Tatum. They're the forwards. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then there's Marcus Smart. And it's Baisley in at the 1. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
BA, the Boston Celtics last year had the team's worst win percentage in the last 6 seasons. The front office admitted, as constituted, they were not a championship caliber team. Now, for this proud franchise, accustomed to competing deep into the playoffs, the question becomes, how do they get back on top?
Yeah, that's a big one. Good stuff there, Allie. Thanks.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
For Boston, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. And we're going to have a jump ball. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile 1 block?
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
That's tipped. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3. Oh, wow! Hey, how about that?
You're a 6'8", 250 pounds. You're going to have to do more than that to stop LeBron.
And now let's revisit that. Exceptional mobile 1 block.
Oh, amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Driving inside, and again.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. Boston shooting at 49% so far in the game. Good. He hits again.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Here's Baisley. It's Brown on the wing. Here's Baisley. And they're pushing it up. And James launches it from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. James has got 14 points now in the second half. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
Their activity at the defensive end has been impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
Yeah, and something else that served them well are all the turnovers they've caused and the points that have come along with those.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Down low. Here's Tatum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Tatum's got 23.
Guys, this guy is a natural-born scorer. Jason Tatum finding his groove.
Here's James. And slam dunk by James.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
The Celtics have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Thompson left side. Here's Baisley. Five to shoot. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Scott. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. They're leading. 24 seconds left to play in the fourth. All right, guys, what's your take?
And they're hoping to wrap this one up.
It's not completely over, and they know that. But if they carry out their game plan, they should be golden.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, LeBron James.
Yeah, and this game really has his fingerprints all over it. He's been dominating and making it look effortless. It's always fun to watch someone just flat out take over like he's done here today.
Boy, you can see the amazing relationship he's built with the hometown fans, and it motivates him to always give them his very best. Pass to Antetokounmpo. There's the triple. They grab their own miss. Puts up a three. Counted from distance.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
And the officials signal the back. Not careful there.
Peyton Pritchard.